Bitcoin is trading at $61,800. So I wanted to give you a short-term update here on the charts for the next 1 to 2 days probably. Just quick 4-hour chart, what I'm looking at here. So let's dive straight into this. As you can see here, this is since the beginning of September. This was the low over here all the way to the high in the end of September. And this move gives us the Fibonacci golden pocket when we put that on there, which is the 0.618. And then the 0.70%, I like that on there too, is 56.7. So what we do tend to get is a retest of the Fib golden pocket or the 0.70 after a move like this. And this could still be a bullish pullback. So as you can see here, this low is perfectly into the golden pocket. So what tends to happen is if we get that pullback, we sweep that low, and sometimes this holds perfectly in this zone over here, probably the 0.70, and then hopefully what we see is a bounce. As you can see over here also, how accurate these fibs tend to be is if you take it from the high to the low, you draw that same golden pocket fib in the 0.70, we had a bounce directly into that exact level and then started dropping from there. So what I think is about to happen is, as I've drawn over here, I do think we went down into the fib, rejected over here, and I think we're about to target this lower fib over here. So that is anywhere between 58 and say 56.5 to the downside, and that could happen pretty quickly. Ideally, in my opinion, the quicker it happens, the better it's going to be, because that still gives us time towards the end of October for us to have our Uptober, our bounce, and our green October in Q4. So I'm looking for a pretty quick drop into this, hopefully this week. A bit of a base, maybe 1 to 3 days over here, and then a swift bounce right back up, and then continuation. And hopefully then, by November, by end of November, a run back to the all-time highs to 74,000, or hopefully even beyond that before the end of this year. So short term, this is what I'm looking for. The downside here is that you can see we're right in the middle between these lows and these lows over here. And that does not make it a good risk-reward setup for shorting at current levels. The best time to short was, of course, at the Fibonacci golden pocket with the stop just here, or even at the highs. Targeting this would have given you a 3-to-1 risk-reward, which is pretty nice. But at this point in time, if you have to put in a short here at current levels, your stop should then at least be the Fib golden pocket and probably even still these highs. And then you can see the risk reward is just basically a 1-to-1, which isn't a very good risk reward. So in my opinion, you're better off waiting now for this to really make a move in a direction. It's sitting right in the middle. So rather let it drop. If it gets here, we look for a bounce and signs of bottoming on the lower time frame, and hopefully we can catch it over there with a long all the way back up to 74. Something like this is a possibility, which gives us a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk reward. And depending on how tight you set your stop, if you're watching on the lower time frames, it might even be possible to do something like this with a tighter stop. Obviously it's a bit more risky, but look at the risk reward, that doubles, and then you're risking 1 to potentially be able to make 8 back. So 1 to 8 risk reward, and that is obviously a much better setup. If you're looking for a place to trade with leverage, in my opinion, Blofin exchange is a great place to trade. I'm giving away regular prizes, so I've just given away an iPhone 16, $1,500, and 3 times $100 prizes to people who trade on Blofin exchange through the link in my description. It's my referral link. If you create an account there, it's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything extra to use my link, but that gives me the ability to negotiate these giveaways from Blofin's side to be able to just reward you guys for trading more there. And if my analysis helps you and you trade anyway, trade on Blofin through my link, and I can give away more and more prizes. So right now I'm giving away a new campaign, iPhone 16, $1,500. That starts today, October 9th, until October 24th. So on October 24th, we'll decide who gets that iPhone, and it just gets dropped into your account if you trade through my referral link. So if you want to trade, click the link down below, make an account. All you need to do is deposit some funds, trade futures during this period, and you will be eligible for the iPhone 16. Now, of course, guys, if Bitcoin is going to drop, then we likely see the whole market drop along with that, meaning Ethereum is going to drop, probably altcoins and meme coins might even drop a little bit harder than Bitcoin percentage-wise, especially due to the amount of euphoria I'm currently seeing on the timelines where everyone's talking about a meme coin super cycle and meme coins are pumping like crazy. And yes, they are, but again, it tends to feel a little bit euphoric, and when the majority feels euphoric, we might get some sort of flush to the downside. I also just want to point out quickly this liquidation map of Bitcoin, which is currently showing that if we were to drop to about 58,000, it liquidates $1.7 billion worth of long positions. Now, of course, to the upside, there's an even bigger amount, so there's 2 billion if we go to 65. So, as I said, we're right in the middle of two massive positions. There's longs, there's shorts that are betting with size here, with leverage. These positions are all built up, and usually that means we get a sweep of these leverage positions, and usually we get a sweep of both sides. So I would prefer us to go down first and then up. I think that would be nicer for the bullish case. So drop it down to 58 or 57,000, liquidate all the people who are long, get the fear back in the market, and then quickly rebound, run it back up, and liquidate all the shorts to the upside. If you like videos like this, let me know in the comments down below. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.